This program contains harsh language and graphic violence. Parental discretion is advised.
Welcome to episode 11 of the Arcturian Apocalypse.
Hey! Hey!
How you
Hello
doing?
and welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast. I'm Nathan, I'm one of your hosts, and tonight we're playing Alien. And we've got the whole crew here tonight, all fucking 8 of us. And I hope you can tell the difference when we're all in your ear holes. But just a quick reminder, if you have not subscribed yet to our YouTube and or our podcast, please do that. Check out our merch store and let the silliness commence with Tyr, our game mother.
Oh, thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the world of aliens. We are playing tonight Operation Arcturian Apocalypse from the Colonial Marines Operations Guide. Last week, you entered the tunnels. You went through some twists and turns. You disarmed some booby traps. And then, unfortunately, due to an explosion and the vibrations ringing down the cabin, an explosion somewhere in the distance, the tunnel you were in collapsed upon you. Most of the squad made it out with minor damage. Unfortunately, one of the members of the squad had a boulder fall directly on them, and besides severe personal injury, reducing them down to 0 health points, it has crushed the foot of one Lance Corporal Jacob Wasby.
Which foot?
You tell me.
Left foot.
Left foot mangled and crushed. We left the team off as the last boulder fell. Dust and debris filling the air, blocking all lights, and they were left in complete darkness. And that's where we're going to pick up our mission tonight.
I'm sorry, Mother. Did we saved some of the civilians, but we didn't get in contact with this Tasha, right?
So you rescued a bunch of the Arcturian civilians who were mostly roughnecks and fungi farmers. They were let out, all except one. One person, an Anders Kiwaksui. It was a roughneck. One of the leaders of their people. He was actually a Union 4 person. Decided that they offered to join you and help translate any Arcturian language that you might come across. So okay. Anders traveled with you in the tunnels.
All right. And then we just had a large geological subsidence caused by an explosion.
Yes, there was
some distance away.
There was an explosion somewhere in the distance. The 2-meter wide tunnel that you were in, the roof partially collapsed. Raining down with gravel, large boulders, and damage.
And Wasabi has been seriously injured. Great.
Seriously injured. Okay, and now you are left off, completely in the dark, dust all around, voices echoing off the chamber, lights flickering on and off, and Wasabi, you're actually so you're out.
Oh, better.
You've sustained so many injuries that you are at 0 hit points.
Right.
Oh, it's actually a -1.
Or -1 hit points, yeah. So
I don't think he has to be unconscious, right? No? I mean, broken you just
I
be
think it's determined by
broken.
the breaking rule, isn't it?
it's different, yes, but I'm going to say with the -1, it's knocked him out in this case. Just temporary.
Right.
Cries out, passes out from pain.
Well, I mean, other people also took damage, if I'm not mistaken. Sergeant Storm, no, you absorbed all yours. Chapowski, you took 1 damage, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
I wasn't certain if stress reset or what we were, because I'm at
You
No.
did take a turn after while you were disarming the explosive to reduce 2 stress,
Okay.
but it wasn't reset.
All right. So
So the squad got healed for 2 stress thanks to banter.
Now, did we panic again after?
yeah, because I have a panic
Waspy
over
got.
mine.
I think we panicked after.
Okay.
Waspy got
No,
hurt.
you made some rolls, and then you had pushed them. You don't have to worry about that. Those were automatic rolls.
As far as panic, I think the last time I was there, I was at every blood vessel in my brain popped. I'm at 14 still.
Yeah, you haven't been reducing your stress.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't
Yes.
certain if my because like on the stress on your character sheet is supposed to be up or I mean is it a I
It's
don't know
bad
where.
when it goes
Is
up.
it bad when everything is red?
Okay, all right, because my panic's red and everything else is fine, and I'm just like I don't know if I didn't.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
panicked. I'm at 7.
Yeah, so reset your panic.
Okay.
All your panic conditions were reset.
Oh, okay.
No, I
That's-
think I did
yeah.
it right before I rolled my armor, so I think it was all
Yeah,
part
Dick
of that.
Chopper failed.
What I'm telling you is that roll you made before the armor, you didn't have to.
Oh, okay, all right.
That was a roll that you guys made unnecessarily. I didn't ask for a panic roll. It just
Okay.
you guys did
So
it
it should be
automatic.
0 panic then.
You should not be panicked, but you should still have stress.
Okay.
Well, how much
Unless-
stress did you have, Malcolm?
I have 1 stress is what I got. That's
After
what I
you
was like.
removed the 2?
No.
So you're 0.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Kupo,
Kupo, you should be like 12 or 10. Or at
Panic
least 12.
Or stress?
Stress.
Stress
Stress
was. I thought it went back down to 10.
Yeah, you're at 10.
Yep.
yeah.
Because
How do you
so when
function?
when we do this,
Malcolm, I
you
have 2
have not been
daughters,
doing
and I'm married to a very strong Eastern European woman. All right, I'll be right back. Speaking of,
Okay.
I'm going to get some comedy juice. I'll be right back.
oh gosh. Okay. So you are alone in the dark. The way behind you is blocked. You cannot return up the passage that you have come. You're all scattered now, down somewhat up and down this zigzag corridor where the roof collapsed. Some of you are partially buried in gravel and smaller rocks that you can work to get yourselves out of. Some lamps are functioning, some are not. Your equipment has been knocked loose. You have to dig out your weapons, but you'll notice Waspy is not responsive.
Doc will get out of the way. I've got to go check on Wowski again.
Doc is going to need at least 2 people to dig him out.
We got Mason and
Yeah,
we've
I'll
got
help digging out. I'll dust off
Dick
my
Chopper.
shoulder and get my headlamp
Okay.
and
going.
Get
and
both your cameras.
both my cameras.
we'll get on just getting us all clear, I guess, and see if we can get the civilian dug out if he's not dead or not.
I'll keep watch down the tunnel,
Yeah.
such as it is in front of us.
Yeah, Anders is shaken, but undamaged.
Okay, I'll go ahead with I'll use my ability, I guess, for those who are nearby or whatever. I don't know if it's necessary.
ability.
I don't know if it's necessary at all to use banter to reduce the stress. So probably not. Since everybody's
Well, we're not down timing.
yeah,
Probably
we're
for
not
the
downtime.
sergeant, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
so-
use my talent merciless.
all right.
Good point.
Between the three of you, you managed to get Wasby free. Wasby is unresponsive. Doc, you are going to need to.
Yep, I'm gonna do some medical on him.
I want his shoes. No, just go ahead.
His
All right.
shoe?
When you pull Wasby out, you both have to. 2 of you have to work to remove the very large boulder that is pinning what's left of his left foot to the ground.
Might have to
you
take
can-
it off.
You can see.
We have to cut it off.
You can see that the armor over it it's bent and crushed.
Well, at least he's out, so we don't have to deal with the screaming.
Yeah. Well,
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna do first aid on him,
Okay.
or whatever
Yeah.
it's medical aid roll.
You're probably going to wake me up, you a-hole.
That's right. Well, I'll stick a little fun juice in your leg.
You know, if Tim's out this whole episode, there's one less voice I have to edit.
oh my god!
That's
Never let. All right, here we go.
All right. Let's see this medical aid.
Oh God.
One
I'm
success.
So if I push, I keep my success, right?
Yes, you do.
I am gonna push this.
And no one can assist,
Yes.
right?
All right. No, not unless you have medical age.
Oh, I'm not. It's not going to be me. I'm just
I'm
like,
gonna
well,
push.
shit, somebody else can do that.
All right. So
Okay.
with the push roll, you have 4 successes, but you do have to make
I
a
have to
panic
roll
roll. You got
stress.
1 face hugger. Yeah. So
Yep.
go ahead and roll
All right,
stress.
Okay.
Yeah, so what are you
here we go.
thinking when you
Oops.
what's stressing
What
you
happened
out?
there?
The blood.
That he's gonna die.
The
He's not
mangled foot.
responsive, and that he's he's not gonna make it through this.
Waspy.
So
is there a
let
light?
me,
Is there a
so-
light, Waspy?
I can't remember. Do I hit the roll stress? Didn't do anything for me. I do it on my character. I hit stress.
Yeah,
You do it on your character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
Keeping it
You managed
together.
to keep it together. So what happens, Doc, is that you pull him out, you start looking over, you realize that he's not breathing. So you immediately go in, start chest compressions. It's not working. You're panicking a little bit, and you grab the last ditch thing that you have, and you get the vial of adrenaline and just inject it right into the heart.
So it's not the Vicks Vapor Rub.
No.
Couple more chest compressions, and he starts to breathe again.
You pull a
Waspy.
Vincent Vega. Awesome.
You wake to pain. Pain. Yeah,
Life
pain
is-
like you have never felt. Your left leg is absolutely in excruciating agony.
Please be honest. This is for posterity's sake. How do you feel?
Just your foot, you prima donna.
It's not like you lost a leg.
Yes, really. Suck it up.
Brain.
For 5 years of your life. You're fine. All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
terrible news.
Yeah, everybody who was there helping dig out has to hold him down as he tries to fight, like with the adrenaline fighting through and the pain.
Maybe you should butt stroke him.
So me and Mac, who are not there, will not have to deal with that mess.
Yeah, right.
I'll
We'll
stick
just
my
talk,
book in
we'll
his
just talk
mouth.
to each other on the radio. It must be so gross. I probably would have thrown up on it if I saw him. But good thing I wasn't there. Side of blood. Just, yeah.
Hey, Halifax, never have I ever.
Never have I ever lost my foot under a boulder.
Go ahead.
All right. If a person whose health has dropped below 0, they're broken. If you apply your medical aid skill to them and you roll succeeds, they get back on their foot. You get back on their foot and immediately recover a number of health points equal to the number of successes. So, I don't know about long-term effect of that critical, but you've got back 4
I'm back
health
up to
points.
my
5.
3 health.
Yep.
Right.
That's 5 successes, so 5 health.
So what?
Oh,
yeah. So what happens is that you pump him full of happy juice, modified stimulants. You get X stims.
Were we able to form a rudimentary peg leg yet?
Yeah.
Waspy,
Wouldn't be
your
the first time.
Yeah, your body is damaged. You're bruised. There's cut. There's bleeding. You might have broken some ribs, but you don't.
Your foot
feel
is
it.
jello.
You know that your foot is broken, but right now, you're good to go.
Don't look at it.
You're back in the fight. You just
We need
move
some
real
bamboo
well.
and a couple of those Arcturian artifacts, and we can make a foot for him.
Yeah, I'll actually tape up his boot and be like, "Don't take your boot off. Keep all
My
that
drop-
stuff in there."
My dropship
Got any
will never
spray
turn
foam?
left again.
Yeah. Anybody looking at Waspy? Waspy's eye, like pupils, are hugely dilated.
I'm happy to be.
No, you're not. You're not. Looking. These are combat drugs.
You're completely calm
They're-
and ready for combat.
You are fucking hyped and ready to get in the fight.
Alright.
These are designed for Colonial Marines.
So I try to
Sure.
boost him up by saying, "Good job, soldier. You're in it."
He's a
Very
Marine.
proud of
He's
you.
not a soldier.
That was almost as good as your dad.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my gosh.
You're not.
And my stress level goes back up.
I want points. He's my rival. I'm going to use it.
All right.
All right.
So you're all in the zigzag tunnel.
I'm sorry. Whoever put in, I just saw the Tilda Swanson. That is fantastic.
That is a beautiful androgynous
Yes.
person who is helping you. that bears no relation to the wonderful actor Tilda Swinton.
By the way, Sousa, check out your Discord.
So I read up. So the way the critical works also is if you succeed and I continue to give him care, it will reduce the time it takes his foot to heal by half. So it says on the chart that it's can't run, can't run, and it says can't dance. Only crawl.
We're not you.
Yeah.
You have assistance of fellow Marines.
Yep.
So if you grab on somebody's shoulder, you can still walk.
And it's 3d6 days. So the rest of this day.
3d6 days, but halved.
Right.
If you continue to get care.
Yep.
If basically if you get out of here alive and you get to set the bones. If you can find something that'll make a crutch, you can walk on your own. But right now you have to grab onto somebody else's shoulder.
I'll prop him up.
Okay. All right. So now you're trapped in this.
Prop him up.
Yeah, Dick, we need you to be able to flush this hallway or keep, with your sensors. I'll keep him up.
Okay.
Lean on me, Wasabi.
Yeah, you are now trapped in this partially collapsed tunnel. You cannot go backwards. That area that has now been blocked off. You can only go forward.
All right, Mason, you got my point? Or is someone else taking it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Mason point, then me second.
All right.
Exactly.
Then I need the next person to roll me a D66.
The next person?
Actually,
Yeah, just anybody.
yeah. Actually, somebody roll me a D6 first.
God.
Don't worry about it. Just it's D6 first.
6.
And then I rolled a 66.
Okay,
perfect.
good. All right. Wow. All right. So you go through this zigzag of tunnels. Obviously, water has flown through this area, carved a channel. The collapsed roof is, it's got loose rubble under your feet. You're doing the best you can. It's muddy. It's dark. You maybe go for another 20 or 30 meters, kind of zigzagging back and forth, and all of a sudden it kind of opens up, sort of. And then is Mason? I want an observation roll from you, please. You're on point. You're on point.
Well,
right?
yeah, and doing the standard room clearing technique of the Marines, I'm going to throw a grenade and.
Just give me an observation. All right, no successes,
nothing.
but you didn't fail.
Yep.
So you're going along, and you almost lose it as the floor that you're walking on drops. It doesn't drop out. It physically doesn't drop. There's just a chasm where what you're walking on was a suspended floor. Obviously, the water level flowed through this area at one point, and then water level dropped and made another channel underneath, and that floor is collapsed. It drops down 6 meters, approximately.
Decent drop.
And you almost, if you had failed that, you would have
died.
You would have taken it down.
No, I would have done a Captain America landing with my shield. Stood up and kept going. Yes. So I.
So what you
get him a shield.
To get down and to the next level that you can walk on, you're going to need to make a successful mobility roll.
All right.
To climb up and down.
Does anybody have any climbing
You're going to
gear?
need both hands.
You got any climbing? Let me check.
But you need both hands.
All right, let me check something. No, I don't have climbing gear. All right.
Mason?
Yeah.
Mason. I mean, Mac, you cover his whole entire descent.
Yep.
Mason, you
I'm
may
gonna
have
push.
to give up your gun.
I didn't fail.
You didn't fail,
Excellent.
but you didn't succeed either. So are you going to push it, or are you going to leave it at that?
Push it.
All right, you pushed it and got 2 successes. Okay. So you start going down. Some loose gravel comes up under one of your hands. You start to slip. You manage to get it back under control, and you make it down. You make it down the 6 meters to a more stable flooring area. Okay. Who's next?
That'd be me.
All right. Mac, are you going to try to do this by yourself?
I'm going to give them assist as they come down.
Yeah.
Can we assist from both ends?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, you can add 2 to the roll.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything to do that? Or
You're all going to hell.
Mac likes it.
Whoever's
from both
laughing
ends.
is going to hell.
You just have to consent.
So, no, do we need to do anything as far as do we need to roll anything to assist in athletics?
Mac just gets +2 mobility.
Okay, go ahead. Get down there.
Okay.
Oh,
4 successes. Mac actually just brushes off your hands and just nimbly skips down.
Just does a superhero landing at the bottom.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Crap.
Who's next?
Sally, that's me.
We will assist as well.
Yeah, front and back.
Okay, so mobility roll. Oh, come on, where's the stupid thing?
Under skill.
Again, you get +2.
Yes.
Everybody gets +2 except Wasby. Wasby would get a -2, but with the assist, you get +2.
That's my
So
fault.
evens out.
Wow.
All right, 1 success. You managed to make it down, no problem.
Thanks, kid. Thanks, team.
Who's next?
You or Sarge?
Oh, he's getting assistance?
Yeah.
Sarge should go first.
All right, Sarge.
Step back.
You got a +2 to your mobility roll.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Now just think of it. It's like your dad has open arms waiting for you to jump down. You're safe. Just take the step.
It's a trust fall.
It's a trust.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll do
Are
this
you
for you,
serious?
Dad.
No.
Wow. So 2 successes.
Holy seed.
3 panic.
Bugs.
Roll
Did
your
you have some sort
roll
of
your stress.
So you're
I thought you were going to catch it.
I mean, yeah, like I thought you were going to catch it.
Tony,
I was just
Tony?
raising my hands as emphasis. I wasn't.
Sergeant Storm spontaneously turns into an alien. Just pop.
Oh my god.
Body burster.
Yeah, but
Stop
but one of the ones
talking
from
about
Mars
his
attacks. That's all. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my.
All right.
Oh, how?
Guys, I think I just want to go home now.
Okay.
God damn
So
you.
Sergeant Storm manages to make it down, but the blood from Wasby's foot drips down on his face as he hits the ground. And he's just like, he'd see the blood comes in his eyes. He loses it and just bolts
It's
straight
not your
on
blood. It's not your
down the tunnel.
blood. Damn it. Somebody
Well,
stop him.
Good
Somebody
news is you get to
help.
lower your stress by 1.
Yeah, but mine and
Yeah.
everybody
All
else
of
goes
ours
up.
gets to go up.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, yeah,
You're such a
Sergeant
giver.
Storm, you lower yours by 1.
Yes.
Everyone else in the squad, it goes up by 1.
Yeah, if we just let him keep running, this won't be our problem anymore.
Just
Pork chop sandwiches.
All right, Dick, you're next.
All right. Oh boy, how do I follow that?
Easily.
Hopefully,
You don't follow it. You don't follow that.
You don't have to. It's really.
All right, 2 successes. You make it down, no problem.
All right, Doc will help lower Wasabi down.
Okay. Anders makes it down, no problem.
Hey, at this point, I'm going to start looking around, make sure nobody's creeping up on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let's finish these rolls, and then I need you to give me an observation roll.
Okay, once they're done. Yeah.
Okay. You can do
Since
it.
they're-
You can do it while they're doing it simultaneously.
Okay, cool.
Since they're lowering me down, do you need a
Tier,
roll for
I was
me?
going to do the same thing as keep an eye out as well.
Waspy, yeah, go ahead. You just give me a mobility roll. Just don't fail. All right. You okay?
Hey,
You
did
got 2
better than
successes with the help of your squad. You make it down, no problem, without further injuring yourself.
All right,
Okay.
I'll come down next. Now, I'm assuming because there's no one behind me, but they're still below. Can I still get a +1?
I'll give you the +2 because there's more
All right.
people to catch you if you fall.
Okay.
Theoretically.
Maybe crippled, but I'm not Sergeant Storm crippled.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I'm gonna have. Oh,
Doc,
all right, well,
you didn't fail, but you didn't succeed, so you will fall unless
Can
you
I
push this.
push? I'm gonna push. Now, if I push, how do I
You got
get?
you got no failures,
Right.
so you can push the roll.
How do I push with the
With a
modifier?
bonus? Or you can't.
I think just click the push button. You should be all
we'll
right.
see what happens. All right, I got to roll stress.
You did get a stress, but you also got a success, which means you don't fall. Okay.
Another one. Yay!
So you almost fall. I mean, your fingertips. You luckily enough, your fellow Marines catch you, but you realize you turn your face as they catch you, and there is a jagged rock. I mean, like an inch from your right eye. If you had just turned that much more, it would have popped it out, and you freeze in terror. You fellow Marines watch his face, the blood just drains out. Everybody else's panic goes up by 1, except for Sergeant Storm.
That's right. He's not in short range.
Stress level.
Yeah.
Stress level.
Woo! All right. Oh, that was great.
Thank you.
All right. Observation check now.
Mason.
Is he the only one who can make it?
Mason's up
did it.
front.
He passed it.
Oh.
I got one success.
on. You got 1 success. Yeah. All right. So let me describe what the rest of the squad sees. So I don't know if you're familiar with caves and tunnels. Like I said, they're quite often formed by rivers or undergo. Well, you would have been fine up there, except this cave-in has caused that part of the floor to have collapsed. So you basically have part of a floor going up above you, and there's this thin crack that you can see up, and now you're on a lower level, but you can still see up there. You go down a little bit, and then you come around, it's still twisting and turning. You come around a corner, and a hand comes out of the darkness and grabs your face, and it's Sergeant Storm, and he just puts his finger up like this and puts his hand over your light.
Why is his hand supple?
And he comes over and whispers in your ear. He's like, above us.
So I look up.
All right. You look up, and you don't see anything because it is completely dark from where you're at right now.
Do we have infrared?
No.
Ah, fuck.
All right, Corps doesn't spring for that. You hear.
You do have the
steps.
spotlights.
No, you do have spotlights, but Sergeant Storm put his hand over the light.
I kill my spotlight.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear steps above you, off in the distance. So there's somebody up there. Maybe you don't know how far away, but
is it getting closer?
Faint, but it's there. You don't know. You can just hear them right now. You need a little time to listen.
I get on the mic and the comms and say quietly, I go,
there's somebody walking above us in the distance. I don't know if they're coming toward us. Keep your lights down and muffled or off, if you can.
All right, everybody. Yeah, I'll turn my light off. I'll say that we can't see, but I'll turn my light off.
Well, use low light. Use a flashlight. You got flashlights on you.
Here's the fun part. Again, if anybody who's ever spent time in caving,
it goes completely dark.
There's nothing. It is the darkest you will ever encounter. There is no light from anywhere.
Hey, Dick Chop, do you got any flares? Let me see.
Or you could just flip your red light.
Yeah, we have.
I think I'll do the red light is what I'm going to think I have to do. But I mean, I've got the big flare. We might need to blind some motherfuckers.
Actually, no. Dick Chopper, on the end of his flame unit, the little pilot lights on.
Yeah.
And there's a little blue flame now lighting Dick Chopper's face. And you see Dick Chopper for the first time and smiling, big toothy grin lit up as the flame unit is your only source of illumination currently.
That is.
I don't smile.
That's just a scar tissue for the burn.
Might be.
Okay, let's just take it slow and quiet.
So, Mason, you sit there for another 30 seconds, and the sounds recede in the distance. So until you can't hear the footfalls anymore. Okay. Same thing for you, Sergeant Storm.
So I look around and say,
it sounds like it's clear, but there could be somebody standing at a post, so we need to listen up and proceed carefully.
We're going to have to go with some sort of illumination. We're going to go with red light.
Yeah, we'll go with red lights, and that's the best we have to see. So that's what I do, and I'll move forward.
Red light district, let's walk. Switching to red light.
I need somebody to roll me a d6.
I will not.
The next, somebody new, somebody who hasn't rolled yet.
Oh, shit. Disregard
That's fine.
mine.
No, that's Mason. You rolled it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, or did you roll last week?
I rolled last time. That's why.
Okay, somebody else roll me a
I'll do
d6.
it. I'll do one.
Okay.
All right, so D6.
Yep. Okay.
God, another 6.
No, actually, that's not terribly bad. All right, so you go through maybe another, like, are you going to proceed? What are you going to do here?
We're going to proceed. I mean, until we find a way back up.
Okay. So you proceed, and as you know, you've got the low dim glow of your red lights, not burning out your night vision. It's hard, it's difficult navigating these tunnels with that kind of light, but you manage to do it. You notice that the crack to the upper level gets smaller and smaller, and then there's no more damage to the upper level. So now you are in a lower level of the tunnels, and you think maybe that those steps came from above in the distance, but you can't see up into that upper level.
But there's a path in front of us, right?
There is a path in front of you, yeah.
And it's a natural path, or is it a man-made path?
It is a natural path.
All right, we'll just have to. I mean, I look back. I said we can keep following this or find a way up, but I don't see a way back up.
Do we still have the map?
You so you try to remember your map wasn't very good.
Oh, you didn't recall that. Okay.
Yeah, your map is not very good. It basically lets you know that there might possibly be tunnels under the Kivas.
But otherwise it's craptastic.
Right now it doesn't match any of this.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right.
How high is the distance?
It was 6 meters above us.
It was about 6 meters. As you have gone on, it's gone up and down. It's gone up a little bit. So maybe maybe that level above you is 4 meters now. It's hard to tell.
Do we think we could hook like a grappling hook or something to it? Are there like rocks, boulders, formations, or is it smooth?
It's hard to describe it as both smooth and sharp. These are rocks that have been worn by water, and in some areas they're almost like wave-like, but they've got sharp crests and points.
I must have left my grappling hook in my other pants.
Yeah, me too.
But at this point, there's no you've gotten to the point where that upper floor is sealed off. You would have to backtrack and climb up if you wanted to, or you can continue down the level you're on.
Also, I can't remember. So I'm panicked. What does that mean?
So panicked, you need to remove. You need to have the. Oh, so you're frozen. Yeah, actually, you just froze for a few seconds. You lost your next couple of actions.
Right.
So I didn't have to slap him or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Halifax comes up, slaps you in the face.
Does that remove
Doc,
the
we need you.
panic condition, or?
It gets you out of the freeze. You're still in the panic condition. Okay. You guys need to rest and get out of or a command needs to be given.
Doc, we need to get you moving. We can't be back here. Sarge has got orders for us.
Come on, Sarge. Snap me out of it.
Okay.
2 of you are in panic conditions right now.
Yeah.
One of them is Sarge.
One of them is Sarge, yeah.
Ollie, what would your dad do?
That would say, let's regroup and calm down for a bit. We're gonna take this a step at a time. It's a step at a time. It's a step.
Like walking.
All right, give me a roll.
Show off, step at a time bullshit.
Moving forward, and we're always moving forward.
Yes, thank God.
Wow.
Thank God for stress.
Jesus Christ.
3 successes. Finally, no face huggers on your command roll. Everybody huddles up. The glow of their red lights. You sit down and you remove your panic conditions. Are you gonna further rest and do anything? Eat a power bar?
It's Miller time.
We gotta keep moving before Wasby wakes up off the
I gotta
snappy
play
juice.
my item.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Play my lighter and
Yeah.
just try and
Yeah.
get my head back
You
together.
can use that for illumination if you want. Just
So
while
if
you're all sitting around Mason's lighter.
I'll
Yeah,
thumb
I'll light
Mr.
it up.
Giggles, my pet rock.
Are we doing a 10 minutes? So then we can even have banter, right?
Yes, you could have banter. Yeah.
Okay.
So
then I will do
everybody
banter.
uses their personal item for the first time this scene. Removes 1 stress, and banter will remove 2 from everybody.
Oh, good.
I don't have to use my rock.
Me neither. I don't use my cards.
Okay. So
I'll need them later.
is everybody taking off 2 stress?
I took off 2, yeah. I didn't use my item either.
We're all going to be okay.
All right.
Because one step at a time, like the sergeant said.
Most of us.
Yeah, right up until Sergeant McScreamy rolls again.
So, you're sitting alone in the dark. You hear the rustling of water. You know there's water flowing through through these caves, like a large amount some coming from somewhere. There's some trickling in on your feet. It's cold. It's like 40 degrees. And you're alone in the dark. What are you gonna do?
You're not alone. We're here with you.
You're all sitting around one lighter. And Dick Chopper's
2 lighters.
One lighter and a
pilot
light of doom. We could be heading towards a cistern or something. They could be just full of water, or the turret could get stronger as we go. We just have to be aware of that. We could go back and try and find a way up, but we may get lucky.
Ain't nowhere to go but forward.
One step.
So
in
does
front
that
of the
map tell you anything?
Yes, it tells me Arcturians make sucky maps.
Yes.
No offense, Andrew.
Good to know.
Mother, can I use my
those are my ancestors. I repair starships. I don't know.
Okay, well, basically, it's pretty much like any Marine normal map. So don't worry. There's no real insult there.
do you have any power in my motion sensor to see if we can map what's in front of us a bit?
You do still have battery in your motion sensor.
Can it be used to map though?
It doesn't map. No.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Don't roll it if it's not going to help us actually see it. Have a better.
It could tell us if there's some bogeys ahead.
Yeah, when we heard the steps. But anyway,
up to you, Sarge.
Well, that and just so there might be a way for. So this is not in character, but out of character. I have a talent called Hidden Stash. And not the kind of stash from our other game. Not Gromar stash. So it says you begin each session with an extra item of your choice hidden on your person or stowed somewhere safe. The item must be something you could possibly have. The GM has final say. If the GM allows it, you can wait until a dramatic moment during the session to choose what type of item you're having.
But you have a peg leg in there, or an extra foot?
Is it a puppy?
Leg?
Well,
Holy
as a
crap!
doctor, I guess I could have a little foot or unfoldable crutch. But I was thinking more of like a rope or something.
Or a puppy. Or a grappling.
Or a puppy.
Or I could hold it and wait, and then we could just proceed down the lower tunnels.
Thank goodness you have that grenade. The thermonuclear device.
Right.
That anti-personnel. That APC. Anyway.
The smart guns, yeah.
I need to hear from the group. What are you guys going to do?
I say stick with the lower level.
Well, we have no way of getting to the upper level, so yeah, forward. Forward, hose.
Yeah.
Do you want to switch out, Mason, or are you fine with point?
Mason's our point man, so.
Yeah, his observation. Yeah. I'm just checking.
This is an audio medium.
Audience at home for the audio podcast. He answered in the affirmative.
Sorry.
Stoically nodded like a Marine would do.
Sorry about that.
2 observation. Okay, 2 successes. Good. All right. So what happens is you travel for maybe another, what you think could be an hour, could be an hour and a half.
We could use our chronometers.
Okay, it's exactly 1 hour and 26
This is
minutes.
the future. We have chronometers.
But
how many steps did I get in today?
Without looking at your watches, you lose all sense of time down here.
Mm-hmm.
The cave height shrinks. Now it's just above your head. Now you're hunched over. Mason, you got to stop putting the shield in front of you because you can't get through. It narrows, it widens, it narrows, it widens. Because at one point, you have to get on your hands and knees.
Oh, fuck this.
Is this a parable for talking to God?
Yes.
The trickle of water that's at
Only
your
the penitent men shall pass.
Here comes the flood.
It's about 2-3 inches deep at this point.
Whoa, whoa! What was
That's enough to drown in.
But now you're crawling hands and knees to get through this tunnel.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I got a bad feeling
claustrophobia.
about this. Yeah, it's just,
You get to Mason. You get to a point where you now have your arms out in front of you and you're belly wiggling forward.
This is stupid.
so
I'm
meanwhile,
gonna stop
back
here.
Wait.
So meanwhile, back at the camp.
Shh, quiet.
How's it going, Mason?
This is my normal way of getting around right now.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
This is everybody following too. Everybody is
Yeah,
noticed
we
like
know,
you're getting
yeah.
further and further down. Mason, you get to the point where you're belly wiggling down and you're getting through this tunnel, and you get to the point where like, oh shit, this is crazy, this is stupid. Give me a stress roll.
You can do it.
Okay. Good. So what you do is you stop, take a breath, you remember your training,
Your Pilates class.
and with your 2 successes in your observation roll, you hear sounds further on that say that this tunnel is going to open up.
So I relayed that. I said, I think this is going to open up soon. Everybody just keep it together. And I said, let me move forward a little bit ahead of you guys. Just like
I hope so, because
one
I got a
body
smart
length.
gun.
One body length, that's all. And I move forward.
I just thought how horrible that would be for him. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah. So Mason, you're in cold water. It's in your arm or whatever. You manage to press your legs up against a rock and you pop through.
It's
into
not
an
green bugs crawling up my ass. I'm good.
The tunnel opens up in front of you, and you plop down into some water.
Oh my
But
God, guys! There's no room in here. It's terrible. No, we're opening it up. We're good, guys. Come on through.
Yeah, I'm going to kill him when I get out there if he hasn't put the shield in front of the one way we can get in. I swear to God.
So I look around, make sure it's clear.
So you are in a much bigger tunnel, and this tunnel isn't the same. This tunnel, basically, the tunnel you're at, ends in this much larger tunnel. You come at it almost 90 degrees.
I look at the map just to see if there's anything. Probably not, but I look at that map I had in my pocket. If there's any big tunnels, you know.
If you pull that out now, you are right now. You are dog paddling.
Oh
Okay,
no,
never
forget
mind.
it. I'll wait till I get up to dry spot.
Okay, God,
Dog paddle.
So you tell us we're in. So we emerge into water.
Yeah, we bed in water.
So big cavern.
I'm
how
just trying to
big?
picture a Colonial Marine dog paddling.
Well, with your red lights, you can't see how far it goes.
Well, the thing is, those guys up top aren't going to see through stone, so I don't see why we don't use our full lights. But that's just me.
Yeah.
It's a sergeant's call.
Whatever's going to help us, team, let's go. Let's go for it.
We'll
Okay.
continue forward, and
All right.
and once we get there, I guess.
You all enter the large water-filled chamber. You're treading water. A little bit hard for Dick Chopper, but he manages to keep his head above water. And you can see that this chamber is maybe 20 meters wide by. It's hard to see the end.
With the lamps on, can we see any shoreline near us?
Mother, I call out to the team. Everybody, check your mags. Just quick ammo check. Just make sure everybody's ready.
Once I'm out of the water that I'm swimming, I'll get right on it, sir.
I look at Mason and goes, is he for real?
Mine has a counter on the
Apparently.
right-hand side of the magazine.
And is everybody ready? As this opening up, we should be prepared.
Okay.
20 meters wide. It ends in rock wall. You're basically in a much deeper part of the water. Looking back on the wall that the entrance that you came from, though, like it's almost a sloped face, but you can see an entrance above you. So you came out of one hole. There's a hole maybe 7-8 meters above that.
Mother, just to be clear, as we were going forward,
Yeah.
would you just so for the team, this was not a maze where there was multiple. We've been following a singular shaft up until this point where you're indicating something was an entrance above where we are. But apart from that, there was not a bunch of other.
There were no offshoots.
There was no offshoots, correct?
No, there was no
Very good.
offshoots.
Okay, so there's only one way back out.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Well,
maybe.
but yeah, and the tunnel above, the exit point above. Does that? I'm assuming does it?
You think
match
that
what we
it
think
might
could be?
it might be where the river was before. Then the water level dropped, and that's the tunnel that you were in, and there might even be one below it where all this water is coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is probably the tunnel that you were originally in.
Okay. And
you got walls 20 meters wide, and then it goes off in the distance, and your lamps can't really see anything further, but it does continue. You're going to have to dog paddle to get down there.
And the wall we exited, as far as its texture and its overall makeup, it's still that same jagged, slick stone.
Give me an observation roll.
That's a huge room.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as you know, it's just the jagged natural stone.
Mother, is there so with the water being as deep as it is there a current? Is it leading somewhere?
Yes, the current is pushing. There's a slight current going forward. Like the river that was flowing behind you is continuing forward.
And how strong is this current?
It's not strong enough. It you can feel it, but it's not going to sweep anyone away.
Okay, thank you.
Unless you have a broken foot.
Actually, this is besides the ice, the bone-chilling cold that this water is. It's a relief for Wasby.
All right, so we should proceed on and see if we can try and find some sort of landing further on, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so let's all dog paddle stick together.
So you,
Keep close.
Yeah. So you paddle forward. Wasby, give me an observation roll, please.
Who knows what's in the water? You can smell the blood.
Okay. All right. No successes. So you continue forward. You're paddling. You see the walls. You're looking left and right with your lamps, which are now flipped up, and you're using white light. You see they open up even a little bit more than 20, but the water starts to get narrow. It starts to get shallower and shallower because now as you're swimming, you start bumping on the floor. It's a muddy, soft bottom, but it's shallowing out. Also, the current, also the direction that you are that the current is going is changing ever so slightly, and heading to your right. As you're going, you see now the tunnel wall to your left. You're actually in a big curve. You're in a big bend. You follow that. This giant tunnel. It shallows out. It shallows out on the left-hand side, and you can see some dry land if you want to proceed that way and follow the tunnel around. The river or the underground river will continue off to your left-hand side. So if you feel like walking, you can get out of the water.
Let's get out of the water. I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. You get out. You're following what is essentially a giant tunnel. Now, the river is flowing sharper and faster off to your right, but you were on dry land.
We'll take up our same positions with Mason moving a little bit forward. He'll go to red light if he can, and the rest of us will bring up behind you guys. I guess we'll stay at white light until we have some reason to think. Yeah. And if you want to, Sarge, you might want to turn on that motion detector and see if there's anything ahead of us.
Also, I don't know if it would work, but I almost wonder if Doc should walk and kind of hold on to Wasby and let Wasby float to my right.
The current's getting faster, though.
And that water is ice cold.
Okay. I was just trying to think it might be easier than him walking, but okay. All right. I'll just support him.
If it's any help, it's probably numb from all the cold before.
Doc, can you give me an observation roll?
Observation roll. Okay. Oh my gosh.
One success and one stress. Okay. You're trying to help. You're trying to help Wasby. You drop your weapon.
Okay, I didn't want to drop Wasby.
No, you drop your weapon in the process.
Right.
You realize that you can't carry that thing and him at the same time.
Need help?
But while you're doing that, you bend over to get your weapon, and you notice there's some debris washed up here on the shore. Looks like some sticks, some stuff from the outside. Might have been in the river. Might have got washed up. It's old, it's dry, but there's some stuff here.
So I'll pass on the information. I'll say, hey, Anders, do you know, are there like big tidal shifts in here? Should we be worried that this water level could change drastically?
Look, man, I'm a starship engineer.
He didn't even know there were tunnels in here.
You're absolutely right. I mean, our people, we would have been down exploring these things. I mean, there's as he's saying the word legends, sound that you have never heard echoes in this chamber. It is an animal sound. It's kind of a call, a cry. It's bestial, but it's very
Everybody,
high-pitched.
check your 6.
So imagine like a gorilla, a gorilla's communication, but at decibels higher.
I flip my light on and start scanning around.
Well, the rest of the team has their lights on.
Oh, I thought we were still red. Okay.
No, the rest of the team went to white.
Sarge,
Sorry, I missed that.
that motion detector could be useful now.
3d6.
3d6. So
Gotta
you got
be
a 3.
6 in there.
Yeah, so no 1, so your battery stays at 3. So the motion detector, whatever sound effect that Nathan's going to put in, and you see the blips. You see your central point. You see at short range, nothing comes up. You adjust it out to medium range, nothing comes up. At long range, however, off to your right, in the distance, and it's the direction of the river. There seems to be 3 or 4 distinct entities moving.
I inform the group of that.
You said moving.
Let's
Are they
rock!
moving toward us or away from us?
Well, you stare at the motion detector for a few minutes, and they seem to be milling about in a certain area.
I let them know on our outer perimeter we have movement.
Can we determine if they're humanoid or something big enough to make that call?
Right now, are they? So, Mother, that's a good question. Mother, are they moving? In my limited scope, are they moving quickly or at what kind of a pace?
No, they don't appear to be moving very quickly at all, and they don't appear to be moving in a general direction. They seem to be
just hanging out.
It's real. I mean, you're at a long range now. They're in the same general vicinity, but that could be, 10 meters by 10 meters. It's so hard without any frame of reference. You have no idea.
Okay.
And to answer your question, Halifax, no human being has ever made this sound. No human being could make this sound.
I know that sound. I was like, those things, are they making that? Okay, I'll look over to Anders and go on about your legends.
So, Mother...
You look at Anders' face. Anders' face is terror.
I need you to tell me. I need you to look at me. We're right here.
Frozen. Like,
okay.
Mother, within a certain amount of... Within a certain measurement, our motion detector can tell us within meters. So is there a way for you on our map to say, can you put like little X's there, say like, hey, according to the meter, we're about this far away from whatever that was, whatever the movement was.
I can tell you that you were about, I forget what long range is.
20 Calicams.
I thought it was up to the discretion of the...
That's
Thank
hilarious.
you for using Calicam.
All right, you are at you're at least 4 to 5 zones away, so that's anywhere from 100 to 120 meters.
Okay, so we have... Okay. I informed the crew about what we're looking at and a general direction of what we're looking at, of where we're facing.
So what you are, like, why you don't have a map right now is you only have the floor you're walking on, the river to your right, the far wall you can't see where the river is, and then the left-hand cave wall, which is continuing snaking around. So you have no reference. You just know, you would think that wherever these creatures are, they are across the river from where you are now, maybe 150 meters away. So you are on a stretch of dry land.
So they're in the deeper area. If they're
or
in
beyond the
water.
deeper area. Yeah.
Yes.
Mother, I have to ask you another important question because the tracker is a 360 device. If I spin around towards the tunnel that's above our lane, is there any movement if I spin around besides us?
No.
Thank you. Okay. Again, I inform the group.
Mason, you know what you heard. So Sergeant Storm and Mason, the sounds that you heard earlier in the tunnels, those were footfalls.
This might be these creatures.
By boots.
So these were boots, but these aren't boots. That's not.
Were those footballs like running or just measured walking?
They was walking.
They were measured walking.
Okay, so whatever that sound is, I don't know if it's associated with those boots. And will somebody snap him out and so he can tell us what's going on? I look back to the Arcturian.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to just shake him and like sort of just getting him back to calm.
He grabs on the front of your arm.
I put a emotion up for everybody to hold for a second.
I don't know what. We have legend. Like your people have legends. These creatures that they're from fantasy. They're from myth. They don't exist.
We have a lot of things from fantasy. You're including you. Go on.
I know. I've heard stories of your Bigfoots and your Yetis. To us, that's what these creatures are.
Humanoid?
No. Well,
I mean, Bigfoot and Yetis are humanoid.
And as he's put his,
Arcturanoid.
They're not. Yes, they were here before our people. They were here before the sky teachers brought our people to this planet, but we've never seen them in living history.
Let's hope we don't ever see them.
What do your legends say they look like, or what are they?
They're
please say
primal.
Damn it.
Bestial. They live underground and they eat flesh. They.
Unas.
It's so vague. They've.
It's a wild animal.
So we're gonna call them Morlocks.
No, they're not animals. Animals you can deal with. These are
savage and cunning.
Savage giants. Not giants like the sky teachers, but they're bigger than Arcturians. They're bigger than humans. They're muscular and can break rocks. I'm out of my element here.
Are they single? I'm sorry. What?
They're single.
Not again.
Death by snoo.
So you've got the motion detector going.
Yes.
And you notice the blips
I swipe
moving.
left. I'm sorry. Sorry. What?
The blips are slowly moving further and further off to the right.
I inform the group.
All right. Well, maybe we should move.
After about 2 or 3 minutes, they drop off the screen.
Let's keep moving, I guess, sir. Sergeant?
Quietly, yes.
We got to move. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So you start walking quietly. Go ahead and make mobility rolls for people who are trying to move quietly. All right. Mason,
Fuck
0.
me.
This should be funny. Here
Mac,
we go.
1.
This should be ridiculous for me, yeah.
Fucking Sergeant Storm.
Sergeant Storm got 4 successes, but a panic roll. Chapowski got 1 success, a panic roll. Sergeant Storm.
Oh,
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn it again.
Permanent trauma?
What?
Yeah.
What did your father do to you?
He has 2 permanent traumas.
I got successes, guys.
You have 2 permanent trauma.
Oh, well, our fucking stress is going to go up again.
Okay. So, Sergeant Storm is...
No, our stress doesn't go up. We just have to make a panic roll.
No,
Okay.
no, Sergeant Storm. Your stress levels decrease by 1, but every friend... Yeah, okay, you must make a panic roll. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't just make that up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, shit, you can make shit up. You do it all the time.
So that's good. Your panic is going down. That's good. Mark your panic
I don't
down.
see him. I'm in front, so I'm good.
Well, he ran past you.
Oh, fuck.
Please don't fail me now. Yeah.
Oh my god! So at the end of the session, he has to make an empathy roll or have a permanent trauma.
I has to make 2 empathy rolls and have
He's
permanent
got
trauma.
2
This
now.
is the
He has
second
2.
time that he has done
All
this.
right. Oh, for Pete's sakes!
Okay, so how do we do
Froze
this?
again.
No.
Not you.
At the end
No.
of the
Oh,
session.
not me. Yeah, not you. Not yet.
Now.
Yeah. You're a little too eager there, Tony.
Push it! Push it!
You gotta.
Can we?
All right.
Oh, so Doc, what happened to Doc?
So I panicked again. I froze watching the sergeant run off, and everybody
I would
around
too.
me gets a stress.
Okay.
Except for the sergeant because he's gone.
So, Mother,
Thanks.
Yes.
I will do my 1940s slap, therapy. I got Ben.
Well, wait. So I have to describe what happened, and of course, this is when Kubo decides to flew the coop.
And he gets a fucking.
He ran.
Motion
He panicked.
tracker.
He did.
That's his panic. Yeah.
I can't hear
He's
this.
like, I can't handle these bad rolls.
So Kubo,
Need more alcohol?
so you're walking down this. Then so you're quiet. You're trying to quietly go. Kubo steps on something,
Ollie steps on what?
and it makes a noise. And he looks in the water, sees something, and just you see fear, and he just bolts. And is pushing past the rest of the column to go up towards the wall on the
And
left.
it's creepy how quiet he is about it, isn't it? Because he had the successes. What the hell? What the hell? Where is he trying to get a? Oh my god!
I'm telling you, he's public affairs. He saw that camera coming. He's the fuck out of here.
He runs towards the wall very quickly, but very quietly, and is heading out of your lamplight.
Toward
God
the
damn.
creatures.
It's not my turn to go after him.
No, he is
Back the way
running.
we
he is-
came.
no, he's running
No,
forward. Away from the river.
Okay.
He looked and saw something in the river, turned and ran.
The Watcher in the water.
Oh, God. Okay, Tolkien.
So,
Okay.
on that note, with him speedily running away from the water, we're all going to panic looking at the water and trying to move away from it. Someone freezes.
Anyone want to make an observation roll?
Yes.
I'll make an observation roll.
Yes. I want to make an observation roll.
Mason,
Yeah, I say pretty
too.
much everybody.
2.
I don't want to make one. I'm
You
afraid
don't
to
want to
roll the dice.
You should not make
Mac
it.
1.
I also
Can I
got
go
2.
look in the water?
Halifax 1. Chapowski
dog it.
nothing. So anyway, Sergeant Storm, you look down, you saw something in the water that frightened you to your core.
What's her name?
And
I'm sorry, what?
And you are terrified of the water. So
Stefania.
you ran as far away from the water as you could, forward towards the wall.
Okay.
But like a ninja, like super quiet. Well, it's actually pretty easy once you're away from the water. There's like a muddy surface for a few feet, and then it's dry rock. There's not even like pebbles. So, however, with 2 successes, Mason, as you're looking at the water, you don't see like anything terribly frightening or what have you in the water. But you do see markings as you turn your head away. Like as you go and follow your head to where the sergeant has run, you see markings on the wall.
Hey, what's this? I point to everybody, and I look at the Arcturian. And I say, you know what this is?
So you guys can walk over towards the wall,
I will.
and you'll see that there are hieroglyphs, and it looks, he's like this.
Wait.
This is familiar, but I think this means the path of knowledge.
So, real quick, I'm going to start getting my map out and look over my shoulder and say, somebody go get Sarge. I'm doing something important. And I just start looking at the map with our
Mason, we're all doing something important compared to what the Sarge is doing.
And I look at the
Yeah, who
map.
volunteers to go get the sergeant?
I just listen and go, nah, sounds like he's good.
The path of knowledge?
And you can see
Or
there's
enlightenment?
there's pictograms of, it looks like, of stick figures walking, and in the direction the direction the river is flowing, the way you're going, and they're on the dry side away from the river.
Well, maybe it's some sort of religious place before.
They look ancient. I mean, they look like cave paintings almost, like we'd see in Earth and some of
This
these.
is before you guys.
No, this is for my people.
Is it?
But it's old. Some of these I don't recognize. I don't understand.
That's perfectly all right.
Are there any hieroglyphs on the map that Mac found?
Correspond?
Go
Mac?
ahead and give me
Mason found it, yeah.
Anything that matches with the hieroglyphs that we're seeing?
You can give me an intelligence or an observation roll.
What about an archaeology roll? Don't have that. Never mind.
That's called observation.
I don't see intelligence. Was that wits? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's wits.
Wits.
All right, Halifax, you got 1. Waspy,
There is a square here.
Waspy, you look over and is like, aren't these the same symbol?
So there's the
I
path
guess
of
if you hold the
knowledge
map
on the
that way.
map.
Because you're not studying it so hard, looking for correlations in where you're going, whatever. You see one of the hieroglyphs that that Anders is looking at on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same. This is the path of knowledge.
Are we thinking that we're maybe here on the map right now?
So you get the idea with 2 successes and with what you're looking, where you're standing. It's so crudely drawn. It's hard to tell, but it's more figurative path of knowledge rather than literal.
Okay.
This is some ancient ritual trial bullshit. I'm gonna be pissed.
Who goes after the Sarge?
I'll go after the Sarge, I guess.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'll go with Halifax. Can't leave him out alone.
Where's Sarge? Is he south or
Sarge is stopped about 150 meters ahead of you.
as in here?
Why couldn't the boulder fall on his foot?
I hear you guys. What?
Oh,
The river continues flowing to your right, and there's now a cave wall in the middle and a drier cave going up slightly. So there's no water flowing in the that cave continues to your left, and that is the wall that the drawing was on. And Sarge is standing at the break between the 2 caves.
Okay, I'll just say, Sarge, would you like to go someplace drier?
I like dry.
Is drier full of danger?
Are there any tracks? I mean, there's like a muddy. It's like you've been describing the shallow areas as muddy. As you approach the higher, drier area, are there any tracks that are obvious in the ground?
Thank you for saying that. I use my advanced tracking skills. Is there footprints?
The two of you can make observation rolls.
Which 2?
You and me.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
we do?
Waspy, you got 1 success, but you got to roll a
I
stress.
finally get to roll a stress.
Oh,
Welcome to the party, pal.
Everybody else got no successes. So go ahead and make a stress roll, please.
Oh my god.
So mother, even though do I see anything?
wait,
do I see
everybody's-
any?
I need to make a check now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I forgot. Let me do that real quick.
No, this was actually Sergeant. This is Sergeant Wasby only.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right. So what do I see? I didn't.
Hold on, Chris.
Yeah, why is Wasby up there with Sarge? Because it was me and Halifax that went after Sarge.
Yeah,
Wasby's not up there with Sarge. Wasby just thought to look down at the ground for tracks.
Okay.
So that means I get another stress.
Wasby's not up there, but Wasby said, "Hey, now that the ground is drier over on this side, are there any tracks?"
Gotcha.
Large webbed feet climbing out of the dark.
So did the Sarge. So they look down and Wasby, you're pretty sure you see a boot print on the bank.
Is it?
It's near the water. Somebody might have stepped in there and then stepped into some mud and then stepped on a drier rock.
Is it one of our boot prints or is it?
With one CSS, you can't tell. It's a humanoid footprint.
Wait, it doesn't have
that
the
has
big,
some
huge
treads.
Colonial Marine
Mother, was that heading?
logo on the bottom of our shoe, so wherever we step, people know where we've been.
Was that towards
particularly on their faces?
the dry elevation or continuing along the bank?
That's actually a little bit further back from where you're at. You didn't see anything on the ground, Sarge. You got no successes. So you do not see any boot prints. Only Wasby noticed the boot print.
Third,
Okay.
it's possible the drier path will lead up to those people, those boots we heard before. We may actually end up connecting and running into some more of the children of the douchebags. With the ball sacks, whatever his name is.
You guys are you guys can see the boot print all through your HUD.
Okay.
You can see, and you can also see the drier tunnel. Now that the sergeant's put his lamp back on, you can see the dry tunnel leading off to your left.
Do we see any details in the boot print for those who can see it now, or does it matter?
Not with one success.
Let's take the dry high ground, because if that turns out to be a bust, we can always go back and towards the wetlands. But like right now, it's like
water.
Okay.
It's watching you.
Yeah, let's get away from the water that's watching us.
This tunnel is much narrower. It's only about. It starts out at about 4 or 5 meters wide, narrows down to about 2 meters wide.
Mason up front, Mac behind him, I'm behind them. Let's go.
Let's get in formation, guys. Yeah.
Everybody else can make one more observation roll if they wish. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Mason 1 success, Sergeant Storm 1 success, Wasby 2, Max 0. All right.
I'll tempt my fate.
Everybody who got one, Halifax 1 success. Everybody got 1 success or more notices a sound as you go, as you start walking for about 10 minutes or so.
Of silence?
No.
Do you
hear wind? And it's coming up from behind you, and it is much, much louder ahead of you.
Based on my non-existent music background for Halifax, does that mean that the tunnel's constricting in some way? Or is it designed to be musical?
It means don't tap the fucking mic. No. Actually, Wasby, with 2 successes, it sounds like you're entering a bigger chamber ahead.
There's open air ahead. I'll say that out loud.
Do you continue forward?
Do we need to shut our lights down?
Yes.
Let's put them on red.
Are there any other movements?
There's open air and vicious creatures ahead.
Do you want to check for vicious? Do you want to check for movement?
Yes, check the motion sensor, somebody.
Sarge.
All right, let's do it.
Last thing I want to run into is space ropers.
Space ropers.
Spropers.
Spropers.
All right.
14.
3d6. Okay, no ones. Good roll. So in front of you, as you're holding the motion sensor out, you do not see any movement ahead. You turn around behind, you see your squad, but you don't
following us.
You don't see anything else on the. Wait, was that something at extreme range behind you? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It was there. It wasn't. Maybe it was just a trick of the light. But yeah, the way ahead is clear. Yeah, there's no movement.
Let's proceed with caution.
Okay.
As opposed to Glee.
So you're going along. Anders goes, hey, there's some more symbols here. So why don't you bring your light over here, would you?
I'll bring my light over there.
And he's looking, he's like, I can't, it's like some of them are faded out. Some of them are like, proceed in the way of the gods. I don't. But again, it's got more people walking.
I look up.
It's just a ceiling.
Okay.
No rhinos.
No.
I go, Ander.
Go ahead, Waspy. Go ahead and give me another observation roll.
Jehovah starts with an I.
Ignore. One success.
Duck. Anders. I go, Ander.
The Penitent man. Yeah.
What can you tell me about your gods? At least the gods of ancient people, as far
The sky teachers.
Where are your gods now?
They're the ones who brought our people to this world, and they raised us up, and they gave us our initial knowledge, and one day they will come back and they will raise us up so we could be sky beings like them.
Ask Anders, is there anything that references how their gods walked? Did they float? Did they
No, they walked like men.
So I know, see what up to like weird
So they didn't walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
Ah.
He points at the. He's like, these aren't the pictures of our gods.
Oh.
These are the pictures of my people. And
Yeah,
he's
well, yeah,
like a stick figure. He's like, our gods are always represented next to us, and we always know them because they are. And he shows like the stick figure and says this big, and he's like, our gods are.
Yeah, they're the bald giants, right? They're the bald giants, right?
Yes. Yes, the ones we saw in the temple. Yes.
Yeah.
See, ours have just, well, funny hats and big dicks. But anyway, we're fine.
All right. Yeah. Can we focus on the mission?
That is a part of the mission. We're trying to save the culture.
All right, so we keep advancing slowly forward. What do we
Okay.
come across?
So you go for another maybe 10, 15 minutes. The sound of the wind now is it's evident to everyone, and you can hear it. And all of a sudden the tunnel opens up. And after stepping out of this claustrophobic space into a cavern of a space that you never... This is immense. It's like being in another world. The rock walls fall out behind you. Your light beams can only go so far, traveling up a domed ceiling that stretches almost to the point where your lights can't reach it. I mean, it's stories high. But the walls have changed. The roof has changed. You're no longer in a natural tunnel. The stone itself seems to be laced with structural fibers that create a weird, almost biomechanical pattern. It's like a weave of resin and metals, but there's rock as well. It's like nothing you've ever seen. It doesn't exist. The closest you could possibly think of it for the humans is made like fiberglass, but made with so many different materials you can't describe, and in a pattern that exists but is also somehow natural. This is not made by flowing water. The cavern opens up before you, your light beams spread out, and you see steps leading down into the darkness. But steps that they're not for humans. Each step is 2 to 3 feet in height.
Jeez.
And so wide that you have to make several steps to get to the next one. And they descend into the darkness. And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait! We're looking at this. What?
Sounds like a trap.
You've been listening to the AARPG's actual play story, Aliens Arcturian Apocalypse. Your game mother for this adventure was Tyr. Our unit of Colonial Marines, the Junkyard, were played by Malcolm as Lance Corporal Maxwell Halifax, the unit's combat technician. Matt as Daryl Doc Dodson, the unit's hospital corpsman. Nathan as Richard Chapowski, the unit's Seaburn defense specialist. Sean as PFC George Mason, the unit's breaching specialist. Chris as PFC Jenna Mac McDaniels, the unit's smart gunner. Kupo as Sergeant Storm, the unit's squad leader. And Tim as Lance Corporal Wasby, the unit's dropship pilot. The Aliens role-playing game is brought to you by Free League Publishing. Arcturian Apocalypse is one of the mission scenarios included in the Aliens Colonial Marines book. We use the Foundry VTT to play this story. Music and sound effects were licensed from SoundCue, Soundly, Boom Library, and additional audio was created by our very own co-host Nathan. Again, thank you for tuning in. Please like, follow, subscribe, and leave a review to help us reach more listeners. And remember, you're never too old to roll.
I didn't see anything that said we're running, so I was like, I'll just get on here and see. But I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just let me know, okay? I'm kind of like out of the loop. That's not half the time, and I wasn't certain if there was something that was said or not said, so I just didn't know. Sorry to be a bitch about it, but
you're not being a bitch. No, that's a completely reasonable request.
You're being a cunt, actually.
Oh no, I was the kind of like, I think you all should be working a little harder to inform your participants of this particular broadcast. I mean, we're working for success. At least some of us are, Sean. Some of us.
God.
That's a cut.
Look at his face. He's gonna cry.
He's like, that was that familiar. Like, I've heard this before. It's like I'm back at the office again. It's
Big
like,
potatoey tears are about to roll out of his eyes.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Well, you mean mashed potatoes.
If only we had somebody who wasn't working who could take on that burden of notifying
Oh my God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was not. Oh no!
I'm a hobo. I don't have time to work.
I'm recording on the other thing. I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick again, grab a drink, and then I'll be ready.
Why don't you just put on pants, dude?
Hey, you know, Matt.
Listen, oppressor.
There was a pre-game checklist that you're supposed to go through before you turn the camera on.
I know. I got.
Look, there's someone who can deliver.
Can I be honest? I had no idea we were playing tonight. So
there was a PowerPoint about that.
There was. Hey, all right.
And you did send out flyers too. It was really weird. Anyway,
Sean, go get your dad some pants.
Hello.
He doesn't have any on, so
I got shorts on.
Well, then get him a beer.
I have installed my legacy. All right, I'll be. Much to Liz's chagrin.
I was like, their wife was so proud.
That was a few years ago, though.
The last time I made her proud.
Well, when you installed your legacy.
Yeah, so. Baby girl. All right, I'll be right back.
It's just so much better than ours. Ours just turned into different animals.
Oh
and
no,
and golden rain.
I've heard of all about your mystical sky
we got.
god.
Well,
and the one who makes his body into chocolate and into drinkable wine. That one was interesting.
It was hot chocolate and never mind. Anyway, yeah.
Doesn't one of them shit eggs?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also the one that turns to golden rain and then sleeps with your wife.
Those are all. We all follow the one with the that's made out of pasta and meatballs.
The pastafarians.
Watch your mouth, infidel.
Okay.
I could picture that just like like if the camera zooms out and there's all these little tiny figures with the little shoulder lamps and these huge snaps and just darkness like all around them, just the light in the lamps.
Surrounded by eggs.
That's exactly.
You go first.
That's really cool.
Thanks everybody tonight. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you.
And see you next week.
Awesome, amigos.
And see.
The stones will be found, Dr. Jones.